Hello. So I decided to do a what do you need to hear right now message. And this is for whenever you feel drawn to hear this message. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick cards from each one of these decks, and then I will also get some tarot. I thought that would be pretty cool to try. I saw another tarot reader do it, and I thought it looked pretty cool. So I'm using my animal oracle cards, my angel answers cards, my romance angel cards, my heart-shaped romance cards, my empowering questions, and my fortune reading cards. And I'm going to pull some of those to put a message out as for what do you need to hear right now. Also, this may resonate with some of you. There may be parts that you connect with, and there may be parts that you don't connect with. This message, part of this message, or all of this message may not be with you. So pick out the parts that you feel resonate with you. Also, I like to say that if you see the cards and you're feeling a message from the cards, but that's not what I'm saying, that's okay. Then I feel that that message is meant for you. If you're feeling that you're hearing a message from the cards on their own, then I feel that you were meant to see the cards, but you have kind of like your own personal reading where you are hearing the messages for yourself. And it may not be something that I'm picking up on. And that's okay. All right, so I think that's all I needed to say. Oh, also, if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, please feel free to check out the links down below. I always feel that it's really fun to have your own cards and to just shuffle them and to just, pull some cards for yourself. So if that's what you want to do and you see some of the cards here that look interesting to you, feel free to check those out. All right, so we're going to start with Animal Oracle. I'm feeling like this one here. All right. So I'll flip it over. Let's see. Angel Answers. So we have Cat Spirit, Claim Your Independence. We have Forgiveness from Angel Answers. Romance Angel cards. We have Very Soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Heart-shaped romance cards. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. All right, empowering questions. What if everything is as it should be? How would that make me feel? Okay, so if your life is if your life was at a point where as it should be, how would you feel? Would you feel satisfied? Would you feel happy? Okay, and then let's get a fortune reading card, and then we'll just go through these a little bit more, and then we'll grab some tarot. All right, I feel like this one kind of wanted to pop out. I'll turn that this way so you can see it. We have Snake. Your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path, but be careful. So my overall feeling for all of these cards that I have picked is basically about you going on a path and you healing and you claiming your independence and you working on yourself, but you have to figure out what it is that you want. I also feel with this forgiveness card is that there's something that is preventing you from moving forward. I feel like there's some sort of, you feel that there's something missing. You feel that something's not quite right. But I feel that it has to do with this forgiveness. Now, this forgiveness can be towards yourself. It could be towards someone else. Sometimes when we hold on to that anger towards someone or something else, that we're really holding ourselves back. We are giving our power to that situation. We're giving our power to that person, and we're taking it from ourselves. And I feel like that's something that we really need to realize, that we have to see. And I really like this card here because it says that life is a series of constantly shifting cycles, is that things change. You know, things that were one way 5 years ago are different now because we're learning and we're growing and we're having different perspectives. And it says, if we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. And I feel like, again, that goes back to this forgiveness where I feel like you're putting unnecessary stress on yourself and you're holding on to a situation that is preventing you from moving forward. But I also feel like with this snake card here, it's about being in tune with yourself and what is your inner self saying? What is it feeling towards a situation? And I feel like you need to focus on that more and you need to listen to that more. And I feel like that will help to guide you and to direct you and to give you those answers that you're searching for. All right, so we have the Page of Coins. The Page of Pentacles is, the pages is young, it's new things. It's because we have the baby here, right? We have the fawn and we have the butterfly and it's coming out of your shell. And it's that new perception that you have. I feel like it's a new path that you're going on, but I feel, again, there are things that are blocking your path. We have the King of Swords, and he is somebody who is analytical. He is somebody who thinks about things. I feel that before you make your next move, I feel that you really need to think about what your next move is going to be. That to really look around yourself and are there things that are blocking your energy. I feel the overall energy, I feel like it's claiming your independence, but you have this path that you need to take, this direction that you need to go on, these things that you need to clear up before you move forward with this. All right, then we have the Queen of Swords. So we have the King and Queen of Swords, so that could be some sort of relationship that you are in. But the Queen of Swords is somebody who finds the solutions. I feel like the King of Swords is the one who kind of thinks of those things. He analyzes things. He compares things. He, crunches the numbers. And then the Queen of Swords, who actually, after the numbers have been crunched, she's the one who figures out, okay, this is my next move. This is where I want to go. This is what I need to do. And it could just be like even writing those things down on a piece of paper. We have the Knight of Cups, so I feel like it has to do with a person, and I feel that it's once you crunch the numbers, once you figure out what it is that you want to do, that you have to reach out, that you have to communicate with this person. It's not enough for you to just figure this out, but you have to reach out and communicate with the person and let them know how you're feeling. And like I was saying, that if you need to write things down, for me, sometimes when I get in those situations is I'll write a letter because I can sort through my own thoughts. I can figure out what it is that I want to do, what I want to say, and I can give that to the person so that that person can read that and they can process it, and then we can talk about it. And it's not an arguing match. It's not a fighting match, right? Okay. Now we have the Eight of Wands, which is that forward movement that feels positive because we have the sun right in the middle. And I feel like because you've worked through this, you've analyzed this, you're looking at this, that moving forward, you feel lighter, that you feel happier, that you feel better, that things start to happen for you, that things start to fall in place because you've worked through this, you've gotten through this forgiveness. Look at that. Then we have the Ace of Wands. Then you start making those changes, and I feel like you're on fire again. Like I feel like you're feeling passionate. You're feeling more alive. You're feeling excited, and you're ready to take on those challenges and claim your independence and go after those things and do those things. But I feel like the biggest thing is that you've lifted this weight off your shoulder and you've dealt with a difficult situation, that you've handled that situation. And yeah, sometimes there's going to be new challenges that come in, but I feel that because of you worked through this, you've let that go, you feel more powerful, that your perspective has changed, right? That it's not about rushing to the end, that it's not about getting to the end result. It's about the process. It's about, this is what you need to look at, is the process of getting to where you're feeling lighter. You forgave and you've claimed your independence. And it could be claiming your independence from this situation that is holding you back, claiming your independence from holding on to that negative energy, and being able to have that forgiveness, and you're claiming your independence from that because that's no longer bothering you. But I feel that it's about the journey that you're taking. It's about learning the process of how to handle this situation, and it's you having a different perspective and handling things differently. And I feel like that's what you needed to hear right now, is it's about the process, and it's something that you have to, questions you have to ask, and you have to decide what it is that you want. And it's about the process, not necessarily the end result. And I feel like the end result is kind of the cherry on top, because you're like, wow, I do feel better, but I see how I handled things differently. All right, so let's close out with a whispers of healing for the reading. And we have triggers, okay? Triggers, what are those? Were things triggering you, right? Were things triggering you that you weren't feeling independent because you were having all of these triggers that were kind of controlling you, right? But I also feel like it can be positive triggers. What are those things that can make you happy, that can get you motivated? It's almost like it could be the trigger is that like one thing piles on top of the next. You start analyzing things, you start finding answers, you start reaching out, and then all of a sudden that triggers all of this good energy to come in and triggers this Ace of Wands. So triggers can go either way. So that is something that, again, that you may need to hear, or you may need to look at right now, as what are those things that are triggering you? Are there things around your living space? Are there people, are there situations that you put yourself in that triggers you to make you feel in this energy, and to free yourself from those triggers so that they don't do that to you anymore, or so that okay, I need to stay away from this, or I need to, if it's things around your apartment, that you need to put those away so that those aren't affecting you, so that those aren't bothering you anymore, so that they're not triggering you. And I feel that that's something that you need to look at. For triggering things in your apartment, from the negative to the positive, putting those old things away, putting them in a box, and getting some new things. What makes you happy? Getting new pictures, or getting new flowers, or getting plants. I love my plants here. I've got some plants that I think you can see on the table. They're growing across the table now, right? What are those things that you can have that can change it from a negative to a positive? All right, I hope you like this. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.